I think when you're in business, one of the greatest focuses, I suppose, for an entrepreneur is the ability to make tough decisions and the ability to make quick decisions. Every skill that I've amassed through my career as an entrepreneur, I think every one of them I use in philanthropy every day. So when I'm looking at a particular project to say, what is the return on investment I'm going to make? You know, and it doesn't have to be monetary. So for example, if I wanted to deploy capital to make a difference, for £15, I can make a blind man see. Now, to me, that must be the greatest return on £15, to give a human sight. So money can be measured in lots of different ways. So when we look at projects, we say, what is the investment? What is the timescale? But what impact will we have to society by initiating that project? So using that same principle of business, because to me, the key skill is execution. Having a great idea is one thing, but how do you execute it on the ground? So execution skills are just as important, I think, in philanthropy as they are in business. There's no question in my mind that charities absolutely should function like businesses, because fundamentally they are, because they have income and they have expenditure. And if they're spending more than they're raising, they're not very efficient. And people who are your donors, you have a responsibility to those donors to deploy the capital they've given you in an intelligent way. And if you can't run it effectively and efficiently, and that doesn't mean make a profit, that means deploy the capital and deploy the maximum amount of capital that have been given to you to the cause that you presented. And therefore, to me, if you can't do that, if you end up, if it's costing you 10, 20, in some cases, 30% of the capital that the donor gave you, means you're not very efficient. So I think what business teaches you is economies of scales. It teaches you how to manage your costs, how to deliver efficiently and effectively. So I think in that context, I do think that charitable organizations should think like businesses, because the principle of a business is income, expenditure, and a result. And in business, the result is profit. You know, with a charity, the result is the cause that you have outlined, which is your mission, and successfully delivering and implementing your vision for that cause. I mean, I think what you need to do is have a balance of people on the board who are not just specific to the cause, but are also bring expertise in running an organization. Because when you run a charity, you still have to employ people, you still have to manage people, you still have to deliver, you have goals, you have targets, you have objectives. And what I find is most people that I meet within charitable organizations, they don't have the organizational skills, they don't have the financial skills, they don't have the business skills, because if you're managing millions of pounds of other people's money, you've got to spend it wisely. You've got to purchase things in the most economic way. You have to make decisions that are most effective and efficient. The problem is, charitable organizations, I don't think, have the blend of commerce as well as the charitable cause itself.